Hey everybody, welcome to Pure Snowrunner. Welcome back if you're a repeat offender. Today I am going to continue on with the bridges and roads and stuff. So I'm going to work on Factory Bridge. I want to get this completed. Anything that's open like that. I think I did this one. Creek Bridge is the one I did last video. In all honesty, I haven't done anything on here in like a month. So it is today, currently 28th of June. So I looked at my library of videos that I have saved that are coming up for you all, and I'm like, ooh, it's getting close. So I need to start recording a few. In my defense, I've changed jobs, and it's just been busy. My days off are different, so anyway, no more excuses. Let's go to it. Factory's Bridge. We gotta find it. It's way down. Oh, right there. So we need 6 metal beams. And we have choices. We can go to like these little garages and stuff, or if we go over to where the garage is, our garage, and we go down here to this place, it's like a fabrication cargo creation zone. I can create, let's find that truck. There's so many things. I think it's on this one. I'll find out which truck it is. That one? Alright. Turn on the generator. Now I gotta bring another truck. I need a truck and trailer, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna head over to the garage. Well, I have a Volron outside. It's not that one, it's that one, but we can switch over. Change truck. Change truck. One of these. We're gonna get a trailer on this. Excuse me. Now, of course, we won't be able to haul 6 metal beams all at the same time, so I'm gonna do 3 and 3. 2 in the truck, 1 on the hood. Make 2 trips. Let's go. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments or whatever, drop them down below. Just want to say hi. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Somewhere along the line here, of course, I'll have to get a thumbnail, but we'll take care of that. I'll take care of that. I always forget when I take a break from this game, when I come back to it, how sweet the graphics look. Alrighty. Now, since we have fuel in that tanker over there, and we have a generator, we should be able to fabricate. I want to see if there's any in here. No cargo. Nothing there. So we bring it over to the fabrication, and we want metal beams. 6 of them. There's 6. And we go to the third one. Excuse me. Dang it. It's just that easy. So then when you run out of fuel, which I have that big fuel tanker there, when you run out of fuel, then you just get more fuel. I mean, it's unfortunately, I think this is the only location on the map that you can do it, the metal beams and stuff, but sorry to get you dizzy. Changing the camera so I can see what the hell I was doing. Now there's two ways to go. I could have gone across this over to here, which you would think could be shorter, but coming across this swamp sucks ass. Just saying. So I'm going the other way. Maybe on the next, because we got to come back. Maybe on the next trip I'll go that way, just to show you. I get a thumbnail here, so I'm thinking somewhere along this line. Somewhere in this mess. We hung on a rock? There we go. That'll work. Alright. Bear with me, folks. I'm sorry about the 2-second delay here. And save it. What is this one? Factory's Bridge. Now when I'm doing these, like uploading and fixing or creating the videos for these, because I don't edit anything out, I don't really have any kind of editing process. I just play, you know. But it still takes time to go from video to video, right? Getting it from my computer, because I use a game capture, to the PC to get it uploaded to YouTube. You know, if these were live events, which they're not, I wouldn't have to do any uploading. It would just automatically go straight to YouTube. But since this is recorded and uploaded, it's separate. Alright, crank it up. Again, there are places to get metal beams if you don't want to do this way. I just figured those beams would go for something else. You know what I'm saying? I will use them. It just won't be for what I'm doing currently. You know, and I could run, I guess, another truck, right? But the problem is you still have to come back for one more. Unless you had multiplayer, right? And then you could do this easy, you 2 people. Or 3 people if you had 3 people that wanted to play. And do a multiplayer. But I myself prefer to go solo. So, I've had inquiries from fans that wanted to jump in and help out, you know, and I get it. I appreciate the offer, but I just prefer to play solo. It's me, you know. I want to enjoy every aspect of the game, not part of it because somebody else did part of it. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Looks like our fuel. I'm just going to recover back instead of driving back. It'll make it quicker. I don't care about the trailer money. I'm trying to do this in a timely manner. So if you care about the trailer money, you won't want to recover and drop the trailer and lose about $3,000 or whatever it is every time you switch like that. But at this point in the game, I'm not too concerned. I believe I have all the trucks that I'm going to be using through the game. At this point, I have enough saddle high trucks, saddle low trucks, and flatbeds with cranes and things like that. And if not, I can still. What are we doing here? What happened? It's like it just stopped. Like I'm thinking about it, but it's just not happening. But yeah, I believe I have enough of that, and I think I have enough financially to sustain myself. I've never even looked through the mod menu. Like, say, if there's a money glitch or a money mod, I guess. Not a glitch, but a mod where you just, all of a sudden, you have $100 bazillion. I don't know why you would need it, honestly, but. Alright. Let's get this one in there. Sorry again about the camera. We got detach the trailer. Oops, detach the trailer. You gotta detach it before you can delete it. I mean, I'm happy that there's a trailer store right by the garage. That is so convenient as opposed to having to go over to the trailer store. If that was the case, I would probably take and drive back and forth with the trailer. Now that since I will be, what do you call it? I suppose I better make it afternoon again. Since at the end of this mission, I don't know what I'm doing with this truck and trailer, I won't recover back yet until I figure what the hell's going on. I have trucks in the garage and stuff, so I'm not too concerned. I don't even know. We just got to Wisconsin here, Black Badger. Ironically, that's where I live, is Wisconsin. So, and I guess some of it looks like this. Depending on where you're at. Southwestern part of the state looks a lot like this. If you look up Wisconsin Dells, just Google it, you'll see a lot of stuff, rock formations, and it's where the glacier went through, and it's actually really pretty down there. Very scenic, touristy though, very touristy. Alrighty. I get 1 and 2 and 1 on the trailer platform or loading platform. Now you could pile it on the back, but more than likely it's going to tip off. And I know I've done this mission at one time or another trying to get all 6 on one load. So I only had to do one trip. But I guarantee it was not fun. I'd rather do 2 trips with 3. Because it's all sounds like a great idea until you got to back down this hill. Right? With 6 of them on here, as soon as it leans over a little bit, they all fall off. So we're just going to back down. But yes, with 6 of them, I would have already lost the 3 on the top. So, or the 4 on top. I gotta crane mode this, so hold on. Yeah, camera angle. I want it on this side so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Sometimes the camera doesn't like to be very cooperative. Excuse me. Sorry again. Alright. Now we can go. No, I'm not going to spend all day today recording, but I'll get We got a couple missions done. I don't even know what the next one's going to be. Some kind of bridge or landslide or something that needs to be done, I'm guessing. I'm trying to open up all my routes. You know what I'm saying? This is a mess. Put it in low. But yeah, it's a pretty map. This area gets pretty slimy when you drive through it a bunch. And I've only been through here, what, 4 times? And when it gets slimy, it makes it more difficult to get through. I think they've changed that since the beginning when it first came out. I think the more you drive through an area, it makes it harder to get through the area. And I think back in the beginning of the game when it first came out, when you only had like Michigan and whatever, your first 4 maps or whatever it was available at the time, it wasn't like that. At least it didn't seem like it was. Now it seems like it's definitely, they've changed some of the physics a little bit. And I'm not complaining, I'm just saying it didn't seem like they had that before. But yeah, oh shit, I was going to go the other way. Nah, this is so much faster. It's blacktop. Other than that one little mud spot by the thing. But the other way, I guess, is asphalt too. But when you get, if I can switch it, when you get in this area, coming across this by the fuel station, we got to go around this rock slide and then get around this rock slide. This one isn't so bad, but this one's a pain in the ass. You got to go through a ditch and then make your way around. I mean, again, it's really a horse apiece. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You decide. Again, I don't know if there is a Black Badger Lake, Wisconsin, though. I've never Googled it. There's enough lakes in the state, for sure. A lot of little wilderness lakes that aren't, I mean, they're on the map if you look close enough, but they're not huge lakes. Great for fishing, though, because they're not overfished like the popular lakes. So if you're a fisherman, that's what you like. You don't want jet skiers buzzing by speedboats and stuff like that because people are water skiing or tubing behind a boat or whatever. Or, you just want peace and quiet, tranquil. There's no motor lakes, meaning you gotta be just oars or like canoe or a kayak, which is great. I mean, it keeps the lake cleaner, like fuels and stuff from boats and that. But no wake lake, so you can bring a little motor. Like I would say, more online of a small boat with a trolling motor. You get away with that because that's not going to create a wake, unless it's a high-powered trolling motor. I don't know. Wisconsin's a pretty beautiful state. Sometimes I just, like anywhere, it's like you lived in Montana and you had the mountains behind you the whole time, and I think you take it for granted. You don't even realize that what you have, because you see it every day. You don't enjoy it, it's nothing special to you because you see it every single day. It's like meh. Whereas somebody else sees it and they're like, "Holy cow, that's awesome." You're like, "Yeah, I guess so. I just see it every day, so it's not as awesome." You know what I mean? But I mean, if I lived in like Kansas and the flat states, where there's not much for trees and there are definitely no mountains and stuff, and then I come to Wisconsin and you'd be like, "Holy cow, this is awesome." When you go from here to Kansas, it's like, wow, this is flat. Even Illinois is pretty flat. Alright, here we are to the last thing. Well, I'll take a look at the end of this when we're done here in a second to see what I'm gonna be doing next. Oh, there's another bridge down there. I know that. I can see it from here. I think that's a wood one, so we have to figure out where we're gonna get the wood from. Alright, let's move you this way, I guess. And that's not a high traffic area, that other bridge. You do use it eventually. It's all got to get done, if you think of it that way. Store crane. Alright, so our main thoroughfare is now complete. One of our main thoroughfares. It really opens up the area up to this. This is for metal rolls. So we'll be using that when we start working on the warehouse missions, which are in these. Your contracts, I guess. But I like to get all the paper stuff done. You know, the tasks. These. And there's a lot of them. So, there's a wooden bridge. There's this bridge. So that's two bridges. That's not a bridge. I think that's about it for the bridges. I think we have two more. I think I'd like to get that one done. I think we'll start with this wooden one. It's probably like 8 planks or some stupid thing. Yep, 8 planks. So we got wood framing. We're going to have to hit those. And I believe each one of these little wooden framing ones have 2. So if we start looking around the map, there's 2 there. There's 2 there. So that's 4 right there for the bridge on this side. And if you come over to this side, you can get some more. You can go to the sawmill, take some logs there, but you can't get there because this bridge is out. So it's all, there's wood framing here, so that's another 2. That makes 6, and then there's another one that's 8. So you can make 2 trips with this truck. That's all you need to do. Because you get, well, there's wood framing over here too, I guess. So take it as you go. We only need 8. That's a bit open up that bridge. So we'll do that on the next video. I want to thank everybody for watching this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. My guy's sleeping, or was. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them down below, and I will get back to you. Bye, everybody.